Encanto yesterday. I expected to dislike it somewhat because the idea of another movie about the chosen ones saving their family from whatever fate that's been cooked up is really boring at this point, but honestly, I really enjoyed it. I mean, it is a Disney movie, so I didn't exactly expect to hate it, but I think what really works for me with this movie is Mirabel's family. They're all really cute and range from quirky to just funny. Like the aunt who always has a rain cloud over her head because she controls the weather, but she's constantly stressing and pissed, so it's always raining on her. There are a couple problems with this movie that I have to point out, though. The first is the pacing. I don't necessarily hate it, but the movie feels very linear. Like, it moves from point A to point B. Mirabel finds out about the problem. She goes to find a solution to the problem. Solution leads to a song. That leads to the character exposing point B. Point B leads to a song. That character leads you to point C, and so on and so forth. It wasn't necessarily predictable, but I just really would have liked some more interactions in between. The other problem with this movie, and I don't think this is a problem with the movie itself, but just with the writing, is that some of the characters got shafted. Okay, one character got shafted. Most of the characters in this movie have their own arcs and plot points, but I don't know if the writers didn't like him or if they just didn't have anything to do with him, because Camilo got nothing. Like, when I say nothing, I mean we have one scene of character exposition where we find out that he shapeshifts under duress, but other than that, nothing. He doesn't even get an arc, which leads me to want this show to get want this movie to get a television series, because honestly, I just want more time with Mirabel and her family. Obviously, the big selling point of this movie are the songs. Lin-Manuel Miranda is amazing, his music is catchy and addictive, and when I say I've listened to We Don't Talk About Bruno at least 50 times, I honestly mean that. At least 50, maybe more. The only song I really didn't like was Surface Pressure, but that's just because I just didn't really have any interest in it. As for the acts themselves, they were good. The only one I didn't really care for was I don't really like Stephanie Beatriz as a singer. She's fine, but I just don't really think she's that as great as other people did. This movie was good though, and I think all the little points I'm making are more personal problems, and they don't detract from the movie that much. I want this movie to get a television series because a television series would give it the time it needs to flesh out its characters, mostly give Camila some screen time, but other than that, great movie, be a little rushed, addictive songs, and I would highly recommend you see this, especially if you're a Disney buff. And that's it for now.